All right, so here we are right here. This is a Instagram post from Kingdom Vision 144, aka my boy King Ref. All right, so this is a YouTube comment. As you can see, it has 2.5 thousand likes, 429 replies to this comment. And this is by Jonathan Noble Esquire 1 week ago. He says, seasoned divorce lawyer here. Just my 2 cents. Stay single. Become the very best version of yourself. Travel solo. Pursue your passions. Live your best life. You can still have terrific, intimate relationships without entering the bonds of holy matrimony, aka marriage. If you want further proof that single life is best, go spend a day in divorce court to observe. Stay safe out there. And this is a white man talking. Let's go back through and read it. All right. So seasoned divorce lawyer here. So he's been in the game for a long time. All right. Just his 2 cents, right? He's been here so long. Nigga, stay single. Become the best version of yourself. Meaning what? Put all your faith in the Most High. Build yourself up. Do whatever it is. Pursue whatever it is that you want to do. Chase all of your dreams. If it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out, but try your fucking best. He also says travel solo and pursue your passions, which goes hand in hand in being the very best version of yourself. When you pursue your passions, that means that you've went outside your comfortability. That means that you've went outside what you could have dreamed possibly. All right, which goes to traveling. He also said, and also which goes hand in hand into his next line. Live your best life. That's living your best life. Finding out who you are. I'm 23 years old. My dad is married. He had his first kid at like 17, 18 years old. I'm at the point right now to where, I'm being able to find out who I am. I'm being able to find out a lot more about, certain things about when I was a child. I have the time for myself to be able to go out and have fun with all my friends. I don't have to be able to come back to fucking kids. I'm 23 years old. My dad has had this entire life. Shout out to my pops. Man's getting a house built. I'm so glad for my dad because the time that I have right now to be able to build myself up and that I'm able to have to myself mentally. My dad has never had this. I'm 23 years old. I have older siblings. It's been like this for about 30 years for my dad. You know what I mean? So a lot of the things we can learn from our parents. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's get back to it. You can still have terrific, intimate relationships without entering the bonds of holy matrimony, aka marriage. What is he saying? The bonds of holy matrimony. He's talking about shackles. It sounds like he's talking about slavery. All right. And he puts marriage in quotations. If you want further proof that single life is best, go spend a day in divorce court to observe. Stay safe out there. Actually, I should add a part 2 to this with divorce court. I probably will. But, I just wanted to add this in here real quick, man. So, yeah, we're going to carry this over into the next part 2 with King Ref talking. All right, so here we are back with Kingdom Vision 144, a.k.a. my boy King Ref. He has a YouTube channel. I've referred to him before. I'll probably put his link in the description for his YouTube channel and also his Instagram link as well. But he's talking about, the red pill men, how, they actually desire love just like anyone else. The difference is that they're in denial. You understand? So let's listen and tap in.
A lot of red pill men, they desire love. Um, they're just in denial, and it shows by constantly talking about women day in day out, women day in day out, day out, day out, day out. It doesn't stop because they're in denial of the fact that they want an ideal companion. You know, they want that, but how do you get that? We're just not in an environment that cultivates what we want. That's the thing. We're not in an environment that they talk about submission and all this crap, and I get that, but that stuff, it's the environment that's corrupt. We're all corrupted by the same environment. You know, But if we're being real with ourselves, do we not desire companionship with the opposite sex? Or are we going to continue lying with ourselves? A lot of red pill.
And that was it. We're gonna end up going through the end of this again. We're gonna end up going through this again, but we got to start being honest with ourselves. That's what we're gonna have to start doing. But honestly, um, just answering the question, I think a lot of people are gonna continue to lie to themselves. Because once again, a lot of these niggas are they have the traits of a lot of women. A lot of women, like to avoid accountability and culpability. I think if we're going to be productive, then we're going to start, having to be a lot more honest, which is the reason of, this podcast and the YouTube channel and things of that nature. But let's go back through it real quick to get it all in context.
A lot of red pill men, they desire love. Um, they're just in denial.
Agreed. A lot of red pill men, when they talk about, when they just be going fucking ham on women, just be going fucking ham on women, you can kind of tell that, a lot of these people, were in, relationships, but it didn't end well. And it probably ended in heartbreak, just like the last video that we were watching. So when you have a lot of people like that, who's trying to catch on to the nature of women because of how they've been done, or they came across something or a channel in the red pill community and they end up joining, they just go full-fledged the attack on women because they've been hurt themselves. What's the quote? Hurt people, which is true. Let's get back to it.
And it shows by constantly talking about women day in, day out, women day in, day out.
Agreed, 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 agreed. And the reason a lot of us even have to talk about women, a lot of times also is because a lot of us men, or a lot of you brothers out here, have not been taught the nature, or have not been taught how to deal, or even how to avoid certain types of women. You understand? So, and just like I was saying earlier too, cleaning up the mess of the so-called black women, especially mainly the so-called black woman in our community, is going to be our issue to clean up and fix. So if we're going hard and putting a lot of pressure on the women, you have to make sure that you do it in a very conductive way. You can't just go at a woman's fucking neck all day. It's not even really conducive to even argue with women, but sometimes it does happen and you will get caught up into it. And a lot of the times that does happen because, once again, a lot of these women are not in productive relationships at home. Really, they're getting fucked, but they're not able to keep the attention of a man even without bringing up sex once per phone conversation. You know, but that's kind of aside from the point. When it comes to men addressing women every single day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out, which is the you can kind of tell that they're missing out on that. Not necessarily, and a lot of women think, oh, you're missing the unconditional love from your mother and your father. No, that's that's not true. That's actually kind of retarded. Um, which is why a lot of the times you even hear women say, "Oh, you're missing the unconditional love from your mother." What the fuck?
Red pill men
What the fuck was that?
talking about women day in, day out, women day in, day out.
Right. So getting back to what I was saying, a lot of the times that's why when you hear women say, "Oh, you're missing the unconditional love from your father and your mother," um, a lot of the times that's what a lot of women are going through. You know what I mean? Which is why most times women, when they have their whole phase, they're really just looking for that male energy because if they never really had it, you know, so they're kind of projecting a lot of inner energy that they really should be projecting towards themselves, really, you know, and but this is the reason why. Once again, you should be working towards yourself, and you should be working on you. But once again, just like King Ref was showing, a lot of people, they're, they're in deep need or in deep want, actually, of, an intimate companion. So that the energy, may be on point, but exactly what they're saying may not be. And there's a lot of our people who are actually dealing with this. A lot of black women say black women are not psychologists for black men. And it's the same thing. Black men are not psychologists for black women. The Most High is a psychologist for all of you. A lot of you hoes need Jesus, and really, that's the only thing that can really save you if you really understand, what I'm talking about. I'm a firm adherer that Jesus is black sun worship, which is, Luciferianism and shit like that. A lot of you hoes are Luciferian anyway, and a lot of you niggas too. Y'all gonna have to go. But once again, a lot of people are in deep need or in actually deep want for that intimate companion, which is why they continuously talk about women and just putting a lot of the fucking pressure on the women when really the pressure is on us as of right now to step our game up. Once we do that, then the woman will go ahead and she'll want to tag along and want to step her game up. But, a lot of these women, they're already stuck in their ways and they're already done for. You know what I mean? So there's going to be no turning them around. So it's really all about, the younger generation, honestly. But let's get back to it.
They. It doesn't stop because they're in denial of the fact that they want an ideal companion. You know,
Agreed. And once again, they a lot of most red pill men did have the ideal companion. All right, they either fucked it up, or or they got cheated on or something like that, and it's okay because that happens.
they want that, but how do you get that?
And which is the reason why people like King Ref, Chronicles of Judah, Freeport, people like myself, Mars Domain, why we started to create a lot of content ourselves. How you get that, and how you search for that is finding out who you are, especially on the inside, because once again, a lot of women are not willing to do the digging inside because they have a lot of baggage. A lot of brothers have a lot of baggage too, but we're starting to learn how to deal with it. We're starting to learn how to deal with it. And we're willing to, when it comes to a relationship, you know, you don't want your partner to, you don't want to have to force your partner to feel like they can come to you with things. You want them to already be, open and dealing with some of their issues. So that way, when they have an urge, they can just openly come to you, you know? And that helps with the bonding and even the soul tie a little bit. But that's getting off subject.
We're just not in an environment that cultivates what we want. That's the thing. We
Agreed, agreed, agreed. Let me go back.
want that, but how do you get that? We're just not in an environment that cultivates what we want. That's the thing. We're not in an environment that they talk about submission and all this crap, and I get that, but that stuff, it's the environment that's corrupt. We're all corrupted by the same environment.
Agreed. So once again, just like how I was saying, a lot of the women are followers, and it's not really too much women who even you don't even know any women. I'm pretty. If you do know any, then let me know. But that's why you don't even know any women who read the scriptures or even read the Bible at that. Because of the environment that we live in, and it's the same thing with a lot of you niggas too. Our minds are placated by the music that we listen to and the bullshit that we watch. So if the women are chasing after the hoes, you know what I mean, who's being manipulated by men, so what are you niggas doing? That means you niggas are trying to be like those. That means you niggas are trying to, replicate the image of those men as well. So once the man changes, the woman's actions will change as well. So that's what we're gonna have to do is step our game up. That way the woman will be forced to step her game up as well.
you know. But if we're being real with ourselves, do we not desire companionship?
Yes, yes we do, and that's why I even broke down a little bit exactly why I feel like a lot of brothers do want that and are missing out on that because they did have it and they fucked it up.
With the opposite sex? Or are we going to continue lying with ourselves?
Great job, great job, King Ref. But I'm gonna follow this one up, man. This is it for part one. I'll see you on part two. Peace.